Welcome. Welcome to our home. Welcome to our home tour. We hope you'll enjoy it. I'm Patrice, and the lady of the home, and this is our Florida apartment tour. We've just entered the home, and we have our delightful shoe stand. Where did we get this shoe rack? Was this an IKEA? No, it was probably like a Marshall's or something, right?
Walmart.
Walmart, right on. Where there is an inordinate amount of shoes hanging out at the door. There are, in fact, only 10 feet in this house, 12 on occasion, and yet I'm pretty sure the number of shoes here exceed the number of feet in this home. Don't ask me how or why. All right, over here in our dining zone, it's also our homeschool zone. So we have most of our homeschool supplies generally organized in this area. If you've seen the reorganizing of the homeschool area in prep for the school year video that I did, if you haven't, I'll link it. I'm still generally able to keep up the organization that I put into place. The children are generally okay about putting things back where they should be, but it still requires a fair amount of me running behind and putting things in place. I won't pretend like there wasn't like an inordinate amount of things hanging out up here before we started filming this video that I managed to discard. So this is just a basket I keep here for things that get discarded randomly and put into place, like my son's sunglasses and an unfinished sewing project, because things just always get dumped up here, so I'd rather them in a basket than strewn about. And mosquito repellent, because you need that by the door for any given reason. If you remember from the previous home tour, some of the art that Gil's mom has lovingly provided for us. So we don't have as many pieces right now here as we had in New York. Some of them are still waiting for us in New York, but this is some that we've managed to get down this way for now. Fruit basket, because you need a fruit basket. What can I say about that? I love this mirror that we got in IKEA. Always check yourself on the way out. Oh, look at that. I can check myself now. For those of you watching in 4K, you can see some of the art, the crayon art. I believe it's a forest green. Some of the crayon art in forest green on the mirror, because we're a house full of artists. Oh, this table is because you guys already know we love IKEA. I think we just go to IKEA for fun. No, we don't love IKEA. We don't just go there when we don't have something better to do, just for the fun of it. So yeah, we got this table at IKEA and are very happy with it. Love the size of it. This corner, it doesn't usually look that nice and clear and empty and pretty because the broom and the mop and stuff and the vacuum are usually over there. I actually still keep them there. I just kind of made them go away for the purpose of this video. Although I am still planning on getting a little cubby to put in this corner so that it will be pretty when I have that stuff there and tucked away and it doesn't look like a hot mess. All right, so let's move on to the rest of the apartment. Welcome to the great room. Well, our living room and the everything else room, because every room is multi-purpose in our home. So welcome to the perfection that is our living room. And when I say perfection, I mean perfect for us. So here we have books and books and more books and a TV that barely gets used and that is currently broken, but we won't even talk about that because really, why bother? The stand for my hat is up here. That I absolutely love, and this little guy, he keeps track of the pig to make sure the pig's not getting out of hand, because the turtle is down here and the turtle likes to misbehave every now and then. Okay, at least my children are entertained. School books, many. Chapter books for the kids. Books for myself are also here, but they're a little bit on the mix-up side right now, and we're not going to talk about why that is either.
Because I disorganized them.
We have the kids' books down here. This is their section that they have easy and free access to. And underneath, we keep their toys in the boxes down here. So if you're looking for a dinosaur at any point, you can come down here and grab one and be eaten. So you will find a smattering of toys. Like I said, the turtle and the snap peas that are here. And Thomas, of course, hanging up here with a violin and a ukulele, because why not? Over here we do have more books in Hebrew, All our heat.
It's Gilliam's shelf.
And when you say Gilliam, you mean your father. You mean Daddy. Hebrew teaching material that Gil keeps over here. Here's our very comfy and cozy couch. My comfy and cozy daughter sitting on it. And this is also an IKEA find. Well, not IKEA find, an IKEA buy, which we all enjoy. Mostly them. Me, not so much. I don't get to spend so much time sitting on the couch. But it's great because it has storage in this portion of it, so we keep extra couch blankets and stuff. Yeah, this opens up. And they're extra blankets. We got these lovely end tables, side tables, thank you. Those we got at Marshall's, and I like to keep my bag, just come in from the door and just throw my bag in down there. It's a great spot for it. And yes, talking about perfection, if you're thinking about having children and having a paper lamp, don't. Because it probably won't last well. I did get it secondhand. This was off of Facebook Marketplace, and it has since received some additional artistic impressions on it, but it's a great lamp and I love it. And I'm glad I didn't buy it for full price. Okay, something fun about us is that we actually leave these lights up all the time. They're just kind of standing here, and sometimes we use them as like utility lights when we need them, because this side of the apartment doesn't have any ceiling lights. I haven't managed to get around to getting a cute lamp or a couple of lamps for this side of the apartment, so we actually just use these shooting lamps when we need light on this side, and so they just stay here standing, and we're using them now. So over here is my workspace, which you may remember that I was organizing recently. Here you'll also find ongoing homeschool projects. Let's pretend like those don't even exist, because there's no clutter over here of stuff and school projects on the go. No, come on, it's always nice and neat and perfect all the time. There's no mail down there that shouldn't be in a box of paper, because where else do you keep a box of paper for the printer? It's like, where do other people hide these things? I don't know. I don't hide it very well. So it sits under my desk. I have my computer set up, and then the kids have their computer that they use, so I just move my stuff out of the way when the kids are working over here as well. And a guitar, because again, why not? Multi-purpose everything in this space. My lovely husband did manage to hang my calendar for us, so we have our calendar on the wall. The kids can check the date at all times and know what date it is, and not ask me what day of the week it is. On the other side of this portion of the living room, of our great room, there's some music sitting out of place over here, and the keyboard, which does not get used nearly enough by me. Yeah, see, this is just sitting waiting for me to enjoy it and play it and do stuff with it, but you know, mom life, when I get some time. But the kids do also practice over here. You have the speakers and another guitar. On the other side, we have this enclosed porch area, which is great for evening tea and sipping something. If you do things like have evening tea and sip things, we like to go out on bikes instead. We don't have cute patio furniture or any such things. We have a ton of bicycles and an electric scooter and an electric bike.
Really fast racing bike.
Yes, and his really fast racing bike. You know, we're an active family, and we go out and we move our bodies, and we love that. And we just had a little visitor from the neighbor. So cute. I somehow have two bikes, which I guess is a little bit unnecessary since there's only one of me. The dark blue bike I've had for a very long time, and a friend of mine, her brother, his hobby is to rebuild bikes, and I was in the market for a bike, so he offered to rebuild one for me. I bought it from him, and I've had it, you know, since living in my one-bedroom apartment by myself in Harlem, and it moved to Brooklyn with us, and to Queens, and to Brooklyn, and now it's here in Florida.
It became my project, and
It did become a project, and I was ready to just either fix it or go with a new one, but dearest husband decided to fix it and get a new one, so that wasn't me. But the new one I am in love with and really enjoy riding. And the poor aloes, you have to give a little shout out to the aloes that are barely making it because they've been assaulted by a 4-year-old, but they're still alive. They're still alive, they're still going, so there's still hope. Let's head on over to the kitchen. So welcome to our small but mighty kitchen. And I'm gonna call it mighty because it does a lot of work and it works hard for us and it does a good job. And although it's small, it's still way more cabinet space and storage space than we had in Brooklyn. Right now, the Instant Pot is out, but it's not usually on the counter. Normally it lives down here in the cabinet, and this here area is typically clear. I do keep our onions and potatoes and garlic up here in our handy dandy basket. And I have this recycled jar for our chopsticks. And this guy, which came with me from Brooklyn, you know, this container, this vessel was originally a gift with chocolates in it, and it's just been repurposed to hold wooden spoons. Fridge over there, we have some more storage up here, and it's a great place to stick toys when they get confiscated. Like this is my toy confiscation closet, which I don't think there's too many things up here right now. Oh, there are. There's some like various items that have gotten confiscated for different reasons. I like that cupboard. That's where we keep the toaster. There's plenty of storage in here. I mean, all the cups and bowls are out for some reason this morning. Oh no, because I didn't unload the dishwasher. Now we have the delight that is a full-size dishwasher, which is not a big deal to a lot of people, but coming from New York City and having apartments that mainly don't have dishwashers, it's a special thing for me that I can fit all my dishes in one load. And it feels good. We didn't install an under the sink water filter this time around. So we got one of these. What is this called? It's
ZeroWater.
ZeroWater. It's great. The water comes out really, really tasty, or not tasty as it should be, without any taste. But the filter for this number of people really doesn't last very long. We get like maybe a week and a half out of each filter. So that's kind of challenging. Over here is where there should be a Lazy Susan, but we got Lazy Susan's lazy cousin. So it doesn't actually spin, it's just a basket for cleaning supplies. Maybe I'll upgrade to an actual Lazy Susan. So the soda stream sits back there with an extra bottle. And of course the kettle, because you gotta make your tea. The espresso machine, which you're probably familiar with, unless you're new here, and then you'll become familiar with. Right now, it's not doing espresso for me though, because I had to like take a break from caffeine for a little bit. Friend turned me on to this French chicory root that tastes an awful lot like coffee, but doesn't have any caffeine in it. So this is our current morning drink.
Probiotic.
Yes, and I do it in the espresso machine, and it, you know, it makes me a fine latte with 0 caffeine for the time being. Although I'm kind of missing that kick in the pants in the morning. Sometimes I switch it up, have tea in the morning, because that's a low enough caffeine dose to not send me off the charts, and then have that one in the afternoon. The blender stays up here because otherwise I wouldn't use it, but the pieces are down in the cabinet.
Anyway, I'm using it most of the time.
Okay, well, Gil is now the resident smoothie maker. Oatmeal on the counter at all times because we just make so much of it. And some flour, and of course other kitchen utensils that are regularly used. Everything else is down here. And a trusty cast iron, which used to be home up there, but I've gotten some additional flowers and such, so those guys took that spot. And a microwave that mainly just serves as storage, because I don't really like to use a microwave. Say what you will. I don't care. I don't like to use a microwave. All right, so that's the kitchen. Let's go check out the bedrooms. Here we are in our main bedroom where Gil and I sleep. Now, if you remember from before when we first got here, I mentioned that we are incapable of sharing a blanket. So we do actually have 2 blankets on the bed, but now we match. So it's not super, super obvious. Finally got some matching duvet covers, which of course are also from IKEA. We also got matching side tables and matching lamps. Various places that we got them from. I don't even really remember.
Walmart.
Well, no.
The tables? No.
TJ Maxx.
The tables maybe TJ Maxx, and the lamps were Walmart?
TJ Maxx.
The lamps?
Walmart.
Oh, okay, good memory. I have just a few items on my table. The jewelry box my son lovingly made for me. It doesn't contain any jewelry currently because I do have another jewelry box that was a gift from my friends that I sang at their wedding, and they gave me this piano. You know, you turn it and it plays for Elise, I believe. Over here, it's a very, very handy storage unit that actually it stores most of our gear, our camera stuff and other accessories. Oh, you want me to open it? Okay, I'll open it up. This lovely end bench we put here, and actually a lot of the time you don't see it, but I uncovered it for you. You don't see it because there's often just a mound of clean laundry in a basket waiting to be folded that sits on top here. Because, I mean, when do you ever actually get rid of the laundry? So even if I folded everything, there'd immediately be another load of dry stuff to go into that basket. But we do use it to, if I could get open, store additional blankets. It's not super full, which is nice.
Here's my pink one.
We have room for other stuff. It's not very well folded, so. I blame the children. The children have been in there. And I just have a little basket down there that I keep my scarves and stuff in, which I don't use too much anymore because it's Florida and it's hot and you don't need scarves as accessories. So over here we have Gil's workstation. And we do keep 2 chairs here because sometimes I work next to him at his desk. So that's, you know, just to make it easy and convenient, you don't have to drag chairs around. We keep a little bit more work storage over here for various things and some hair stuff. And I think there's some art stuff in there. So it's a combination of stuff, but I think it's mostly work stuff. And just over here, of course, Gil's side table as well, and various batteries on charge at all times. It's pretty fantastic. We have our closet in here. It's a walk-in. I don't know if we're gonna go in there. It's definitely an improvement from the last because we didn't have any closets for our clothes in our previous apartment. So this is a breath of fresh air. And the other breath of fresh air is the second bathroom, which we were also missing in Brooklyn because we only had 1 toilet to 6 behinds. And so now we have a pair of toilet. Not much to say because it doesn't have any sneaky storage DIY projects in here. So
It does. Over here.
But that's not a DIY project, that's just stuff hanging behind.
Sometimes
It's a shower. Okay, so as we go out into the hall, the little hall area, this is probably an area that, well, my son was trying to redecorate, as you can see. He didn't actually finish the paint job, so I think I need to talk to the contractor and just find out what's going on. In any case, this is an area I was thinking of doing a little bit of a renter-friendly makeover on. So let me know, drop me a comment, let me know if that's something you would want to see, because I'm probably going to do it anyway. So if that's something you'd like to see, I can definitely shoot it. This is definitely an upgrade from what we had in Brooklyn. My little washer dryer setup that we had going there, the portable guys. So we have, you know, full-size washer and dryer. Funny story, I had to get a new vent for the dryer and got the wrong one, the wrong size. So we had to pull the dryer out from the closet and take off the doors because it doesn't fit back there anymore because I don't have the right the right vent back there. So that will be certainly a part of the laundry closet makeover, actually getting the correct size so that the dryer will fit in the closet once again. So there's a little storage up there, which is nice, but I'd like to get some baskets to put everything in nice and neat. And as with my previous, the linen closet, the well-folded sheets and such, they're still not so well folded. So please don't tell my mom, okay? This is our daughter's room, and it's probably the neatest of the 2 bedrooms, not throwing my boys under the bus or anything. But so it's funny, we have an interesting sort of arrangements because since our eldest is not with us all the time, the sleeping arrangement needs to be a little bit fluid. So in here we have 2 beds, and actually Eliel, I think she kind of goes between where she feels like sleeping one night to the next. But when Ethan is with us, our young Joel here will come and sleep with his sister, and they'll be here together so that the older boys are together in their room. And this is just her little den of loveliness with actual closets. No, we're not going into the closets.
Into my closet.
Okay, let's go visit the boys. All right, and so now we're in the boys' room, and so we have a similar setup. We actually got 2 sets of these beds from IKEA. So we have 2 beds in here. You know, when Ethan is here, he takes over Joel's bed and Joel goes next door. We have enough beds that we can move our kids around as necessary. The boys have lots of storage in here and their own closet as well. So we are all very happy about that. They're very proud of their storage area here. They do have some toy storage, Lego storage, book storage, bag storage. Clearly we need a few more boxes, and his treasure storage.
Let's show it.
Let's just show your one piece of treasure, his arrow. And the children's bathroom, which is in half decent shape. And we also got these little hooks. We got a bunch of them from IKEA, and it sticks on the glass there. It sticks on glass or tile, you know, to not have to do too much drilling here. So that's nice for the hand towels. And we have them in the shower for the washcloths. Thanks for joining us for our home tour. As you can see, our home is not absolute perfection. In fact, it's far from it. But you know what? We're okay with that. And anyone else who has a home that is not absolute perfection, as is often shown on social media, please be okay with that too. We're all doing the best that we can. And when we have children, we have to be a little bit flexible. Just enjoy this period of our lives. Please like and subscribe so that you can come and visit us again, and we'll hope to see you soon. Until next.